Hello students, today we will see the definition for elasticity and plasticity. Yesterday we discussed about the deforming force, the force due to which there is a change in size and shape of the body. The force due to which there is a change in size and shape of the body, that force it was called as a deforming force. Means suppose there is a wire like this, okay, which is fixed at one end, If you apply the force to the other end, this wire is suppose elastic wire, the body is said to be elastic body. If you apply the force, then what happen? The body displaces by this amount. The body displaces by this length L. This I can say original length of the wire, elastic wire or elastic body. So due to application of force, what happen? The body changes its length. Okay, body changes its length, so shape changes. Okay, size remains the same. Due to application of this force, the body changes its shape. That force is called as the deforming force. That force is said to be deforming force. Okay. If you remove the force, what happens? Again body regain. Again body regain to its original size and shape. If you remove the deforming force, बघा जर deforming force remove केला तर काय होणार आहे? Body again regains to its original size and shape. But while deformation, during deformation, there is a one force who is trying to pull the body towards the mean position. जसा deforming force वाढत जाणार तसा तो opposite force सुद्धा काय होतो? वाढत जातो. And at the extreme position, if you remove the deforming force, due to this opposite force, body regains to its mean position. That force, yesterday we discussed, that force is said to be restoring force. The force which is trying to pull the body, the force due to which the body regains to its original size and shape, that force is said to be restoring force. That force is said to be restoring force. But the direction along which body is deformed, it is in this direction with length L. The direction along which restoring force acting, it is like this. So both are in oppositely directed. So always, this is the restoring force, always opposite to the displacement of the body. ज्या डायरेक्शनला बॉडी डिस्प्लेस होते त्याच्या बरोबर अपोजिट डायरेक्शनला काय असतो? रिस्टोरिंग फोर्स असतो. मग रिस्टोअर हा काय करतो? बॉडीला त्याच्या ओरिजिनल पोझिशनला आहे तसं रिस्टोअर करण्याचा प्रयत्न करत असतो. त्यामुळे या फोर्सचा काय करायचा आपण? इट इज सेड टू बी अ रिस्टोरिंग फोर्स. सो आय थिंक यू अंडरस्टूड वेल. व्हॉट इज डिफॉर्मिंग फोर्स? द फोर्स ड्यू टू विच बॉडी डिफॉर्म्ड. That force is said to be deforming force, and the force due to which body regain to its original size and shape, that force is said to be restoring force. So these are the two important forces, plays an important role. So what is your logic? If restoring force is not there, can body comes to its mean position? No. If restoring force is not there, can body comes to its mean position? No. Hence, this restoring force plays an important role. If there is no restoring force, the body is not said to be comes to its mean position. Only the body, elastic body like that. So whenever the body is said to be elastic body property, there should be presence of restoring force. Okay. So I will write the definition for yesterday also we have written the definition. The body which regain to its original size and shape. When it is regained, earlier it is a deformed state. Now after removal of the deforming force, body regain to its original size and shape. Okay. After removal of external, or I can say deforming, removal of external force, elastic body, it is said to be elasticity. It is said to be a elasticity. So definition of elastic body is the body which regains its original size and shape after removal of external, or I can say deforming force. It is called as the elastic body, and the phenomenon of this body is said to be a phenomenon of regain due to external force. Removal of the external force, it is said to be a elasticity. Okay. Example for elastic body. Example for elastic body. First example, it is a quartz. Okay. Second example, it is a rubber. And third example, it is a metal. All metals are showing the elastic properties. So how they are showing elastic properties, that will see day by day. Okay. So quartz, rubber and metals, these are the elastic bodies. So we should keep in mind this question may ask from the NCERT examination. The examples for elastic bodies: quartz, rubber and metal. So first one, it is a quartz, second one, it is a rubber, and third one, it is said to be a metal. These are the three examples for elastic body. Okay. Now if we deform body, what happens? The body is said to be changing its size and shape. If you remove the force, body comes to mean position. But when if you remove the force, body doesn't come. For example, suppose this is the elastic body. Example, having some volume V. If you apply the pressure to this body, then what happens? Due to application of pressure, the volume of the body is like this. So this is the change in volume, or I can say the second volume is said to be V dash. If you remove the pressure, what should happen here? This body would get the original volume after removal of the pressure, but that body doesn't comes to its original position even we remove the external forces. आता इथे बघा प्रेशर आपल्याला झालं एका पर्टिक्युलर एरियावरती. हा काय एरिया आहे. ऑन दिस एरिया you have applied the pressure. Okay. So force applied per unit area, that gives the pressure. म्हणजे या ठिकाणी फोर्स अप्लाय केला पर्टिक्युलर एरियावरती, तर बॉडीची डायमेन्शन चेंज झाली. पण तुम्ही जर प्रेशर रिमूव्ह केला, बॉडी अगेन कम्स टू इट्स मेन पोझिशन. इट डजंट कम. Some bodies are like that. They doesn't comes to their mean position, or they doesn't regain their original size and shape even the external forces are removed. For example, plastic को तुम्ही force apply केला, plastic changes its dimension, changes its size and shape. If you remove the force, can plastic comes to its mean position or its original position? No. Means that body is said to be a plastic body, in which deforming forces, restoring forces are said to be upset. If you take an example of thick mud or thick clay, if you apply the force in the clay, before applying the force in the clay, like this is the clay. If you apply the force to the clay, this will be the new dimensions of the clay. I am discussing the example for clay. Okay. Force apply केला, clay ची position असेल, next change in size shape असाला. If you remove the force, can this change in size and shape regains to its original size and shape? Of course not. म्हणजे ही बॉडी कुठली आहे? इलास्टिक बॉडी आहे का प्लास्टिक बॉडी? दिस इज द प्लास्टिक बॉडी which doesn't regain its original size and shape after removal of external or deforming force. That body is called as the plastic body. So I can write the definition for plastic body is the body which does not regain, आहे तशी घेऊ शकत नाही, does not regain its original size and shape. फोर्स रिमूव्ह केल्यानंतर ती बॉडी ओरिजिनल साइज आणि शेपला येऊ शकतच नाही. which does not regain its original size and shape after removal of external, or I can say deforming, removal of external force. Such type of bodies called as plastic body. Plastic body. Okay, and the phenomenon is said to be a plasticity. So here phenomenon is said to be elasticity. Here the phenomenon is said to be plasticity. The example for plastic body, it is said to be a any plastic. Okay, mud, or I can say it is a thick clay. Thick clay, mud or plastic, it is said to be the example for the plastic body. मग या केस मध्ये बॉडी ओरिजिनल पोझिशनला येते, या केस मध्ये बॉडी ओरिजिनल पोझिशनला येत नाही. या दोघांच्या मध्ये सगळ्यात इम्पॉर्टंट रोल कोणाचा आहे या केस मध्ये? द स्ट्रेंथ ऑफ रिस्टोरिंग फोर्स. स्ट्रेंथ ऑफ रिस्टोरिंग फोर्स इज मॅक्सिमम. म्हणजे जितका एक्सटर्नल फोर्स अप्लाय केला तितका रिस्टोरिंग फोर्स जास्त क्रिएट होतो बॉडीमध्ये. रिमूव केलं डिफॉर्मिंग फोर्स, ड्यू टू रिस्टोरिंग फोर्स अगेन बॉडी कम्स टू mean position. Means in this elastic bodies or in elasticity, the strength of restoring force remains maximum. But compared to the elastic body, in plastic body, strength of restoring force is zero नसते, it is minimum. म्हणजे तो फोर्स, that force is not regaining the body, to its mean position. That is the physics, that is the physical meaning for the plastic body. In plastic body, the strength of restoring force is minimum. That's why that force is not regaining the body to its mean position. Hence it is called as the plastic body. But compared to plastic body, in elastic body, if you apply the deforming force, body deformed. If you remove the force due to strength, maximum strength of the restoring force, the body regain to its mean position. म्हणजे तुम्ही फोर्स अप्लाय केला 5 न्यूटन, निगेटिव्ह फोर्स 5 न्यूटन काय करतो? बॉडीला त्याच्या मेन पोझिशनला नेण्याचा प्रयत्न करत असतो. जितका डिफॉर्मिंग फोर्स जास्त तितका रिस्टोरिंग फोर्स जास्त, म्हणून काय होतं? बॉडी कम्स टू इट्स or regain its original size and shape. So actual factor is strength of restoring force is minimum. That's why it is a plastic body. Strength of restoring force is a maximum. That's why it is said to be elastic body. But in general, definition for the elastic body is the body which regain its original size and shape after the removal of external force. It is called as elastic body. And the body which does not regain its original size and shape after the removal of the external deforming force, it is called as the plastic body. But actual reason काय? प्लास्टिक बॉडी मध्ये रिस्टोरिंग फोर्स ची स्ट्रेंथ खूप कमी असते, म्हणून ती प्लास्टिक बॉडी. तर इलास्टिक बॉडी मध्ये रिस्टोरिंग फोर्स ची स्ट्रेंथ ही जास्त असते, म्हणून ती असते इलास्टिक बॉडी. त्यामुळे सगळ्यात महत्त्वाचं आपण फॉर्म्युला करते रिस्टोरिंग फोर्स इज ट्राइंग टू कीप द बॉडी टू इट्स ओरिजिनल साइज अँड शेप. ओके, now we will see how these forces are changing the size and shape of the particular bodies. There are different terms are defined in this chapter regarding the strength of the forces. I will discuss next point of this chapter, that is a stress and strain. Stress and strain. So stress, the body is said to be stressed due to what? Application of pressure. Suppose this is the elastic wire of particular area A. Okay, you are applying the force here. After certain interval of time, what happens? Body changes its size remains the same, shape changes. Okay, original length of the body is said to be L, This is said to be change in length. Why change in length air is produced? Length changes. Why length is said to be changes? Due to applied force F. Why length is said to be changes? Due to applied force F. Okay. So force applied per unit area. See, on this much area, force is applied. Okay. Therefore, the force, deforming force म्हणतो मी, कारण त्यामुळे काय होते, बॉडी डिफॉर्म होते. The deforming force per unit area. The deforming force किती एरियावरती आपल्याला लागतो फोर्स, deforming force per unit area, that ratio is called as a stress produced within the body. बॉडी कशी स्ट्रेस होणार आहे? फोर्स अप्लाइड पर युनिट एरिया. फोर्स अप्लाइड पर युनिट एरिया. फॉर एक्झाम्पल अगेन इफ यू टेक द एक्झाम्पल फॉर ब्लॉक इज सेड टू बी इलास्टिक ब्लॉक. याची डायमेन्शन काय आहे? फोर्स अप्लाय केल्यामुळे काय झालं? डायमेन्शन अशी चेंज झाली त्याची. फोर्स अप्लाय केला, डायमेन्शन त्याची चेंज झाली ना, बरोबर का? इतक्या एरियावरती ऑन दिस एरिया ए फोर्स अप्लाइड F. सो फोर्स अप्लाइड पर युनिट एरिया that gives a stress produced on the body. So stress produced on the body is said to be deforming force per unit area. So try to understand this definition. Deforming force per unit area. Now I am going in detail. जितका deforming force जास्त, तितका internal restoring force पण जास्त. तुम्ही जेवढं फोर्स याला खाली अप्लाय करणार आहे तेवढा फोर्स तो बॉडी पर्यंत वरती जाणार आहे. Due to this applied force, internal restoring force trying to pull the body to its mean position. Actual displacement केवढं झालं बॉडीचं एवढंच झालं ना. This is the actual displacement of the body. Due to what? Due to deforming force per unit area stress. Stress झाल्यामुळे काय झालं? बॉडी डायमेन्शन चेंज झालं. जितका deforming force अप्लाय करणार तितकाच internal restoring force त्या बॉडीमध्ये क्रिएट होणार आहे. So I can say deforming force always equal to internal restoring force. Deforming force always equal to internal restoring force. जितका deforming force जास्त तितका internal restoring force जास्त. जेवढं तुम्ही जास्त फोर्स अप्लाय करणार इलास्टिक बॉडीला तेवढीच बॉडी काय होणार आहे, तेवढ्याच फोर्स म्हणून मागे येणार आहे. जर एक्सटर्नल फोर्स रिमूव्ह केला तर. इफ यू रिमूव्ह द एक्सटर्नल फोर्स ड्यू टू इंटरनल रिस्टोरिंग फोर्स, बॉडी कम्स टू इट्स ओरिजिनल साइज एंड शेप. सो वॉट एवर यू आर अप्लाइंग द फोर्स टू द इलास्टिक बॉडीज, that applied force, internal restoring force is developed within the body is exactly opposite to applied force. So I can say that whatever the deforming force applied on the elastic body always equal to internal restoring force. जेवढा deforming force वाढणार तेवढा internal restoring force त्या बॉडीमध्ये तयार होणार. Okay, so I can write deforming force always equal to internal restoring force. This is the important point you should keep in mind. Therefore, I can change the definition for stress. It is stress is equal to internal restoring force. Internal restoring force per unit area. What I changed here? Instead of deforming force, I have written internal restoring force per unit area. So stress of elastic body is defined as the ratio of internal restoring force per unit area or the deforming force per unit area. Stress is no definition there. Deforming force per unit area or force applied per unit area or deforming force per unit area is called as the stress, or stress is equal to internal restoring force per unit area. Why? Because whatever the deforming force always equal to internal restoring force, that is said to be stress produced within the body. Stress produced within the body. So what is the unit of the stress? half on force है force F upon area A. Force is measured in Newton, area is measured in a meter square. So unit for stress produced on the body किती स्ट्रेस प्रोड्यूस झालाय न्यूटन पर मीटर स्क्वेअर प्रोड्यूस झालाय ते किती ते आपण नंतर बघायचं आहे. दिस इज द युनिट. व्हॉट इज द डायमेन्शन. आता डायमेन्शन तुम्हाला माहिती आहे कोणत्याही फिजिकल क्वांटिटीची डायमेन्शन कशी काढायची. न्यूटन म्हणजे काय फोर्स म्हणजे काय असतं. फोर्स इज सेड टू बी फोर्स म्हणजे मास ऑफ ॲक्सेलरेशन ना. मास केजी मध्ये ॲक्सेलरेशन कशामध्ये असतं मीटर पर सेकंड स्क्वेअर इनटू दिस मीटर स्क्वेअर. This meter square. So meter gets cancelled. What remains here? kg per meter second square is equal to kg म्हणजेच काय m/1 ना. m/1 divided by मीटर म्हणजे काय रे m/1 सेकंड स्क्वेअर म्हणजेच काय रे t/2. So I can write dimension for stress is m1 n minus 1 t minus 2. So this is the dimension for stress. This is the dimension for stress is equal to m1 n minus 1 t minus 2. Is it clear? So I think you understood this concept very well. Stress is said to be a deforming force per unit area is called as the stress. Okay. Its unit is said to be Newton per meter square and dimension is m1 n minus 1 t raised to minus 2. So in the next lecture we will discuss what is combined strain. Stress is what? Force per unit area. Stress is what? Force per unit area. It is called as stress. पण त्या स्ट्रेस मुळे काय झालं बॉडी काय झाली स्ट्रेन झाली. बॉडीची लेंथ चेंज झाली म्हणजे त्याची डायमेन्शन पहिला होती कशी. दिस इज द ओरिजिनल डायमेन्शन ऑफ द इलास्टिक बॉडी. ड्यू टू ॲप्लिकेशन ऑफ स्ट्रेस म्हणजे फोर्स पर युनिट एरिया there is a change in dimension of the body. So change in dimension per unit original dimension, it is called the strain that we will see in the next lecture. Okay, so let's stop here. Thank you.